Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So from the title of this video, you guys already know it's all about the stone laying. So finally we're about to start, or they've started already. So first of all, what you will need your cement, your rough sand, and obviously the stones itself. And by the grace of God, I hope those that are interested in the stones, I've received a lot of calls from so many people that they've been able to go to the place I bought my stones and also bought some for themselves. Yes, so you get your stones and the cement and the sand also. So according to the stone layer, he told me they usually prefer the rough sand. Yes, so I think I paid 950 for the Kia for the rough sand. Yes, but the place I bought the sand, I usually buy all the sand I need on the site from there. So I was able to get it for 800 cedi because I'm a regular customer there. But I think the actual price for the Kia for the rough sand is 950 cedis. Maybe it might vary depending on the location in which your site is, but that is how much I bought mine. So this is it. So once you get all the necessary things needed, now they can start with the laying of the stones. So the cement, I bought 20 bags of cement for the start. That's what you told me, that we should start with 20 bags. Yes, so they are first doing the fence wall. So this is the outside. I'm letting them doing it to the half of the wall, so that I'll use the plastering will also continue from the remaining half. Then later on we'll use the graviato paint on it. But the pillars, you will lay the stones all around the pillars. Yes, so from the floor or from the ground of the pillar to the top. So he will do the full pillar laying, and by the main wall he will do it half. So that's how he will do it. And also he started alone, so the work was somehow slow because he came alone. We were supposed to be two, but I think his partner was not around, so he will join us later. So he started, and what he told me is for the stone laying, it's one work that when they are doing and you are witnessing it, you will not see the beauty of it. So it's a gradual process and it needs time. So they work with time, and because they do the cutting and all the necessary things that they do to make the beauty come out, so it takes a lot of time. And if you witness the process of it, you will not see the beauty of it. Yes, and it's true. If not for the video I would do for you guys, like I wouldn't even go and check on them. Yes, because when you are watching them doing it, you'll be like, come on, this thing is not even nice. Come on, But when they are done and they do all the polishing and the cleaning of it, that is where you see the beauty of it. So I told him, because as he was doing, I could see that the yellow and the brown colors were matching it. So I told him he should make sure that when he's done with this one, if he will let this pattern follow, you should make sure the pillars will also have a different pattern so that the pillars will stand out. I don't want a case whereby all the colors will mix up too much, so you don't even see the beauty of it. Yes, from the point I'm making, I hope you guys understand, because the colors is mixing on the wall. So when it turns out that he uses that same pattern for the pillars, a bit too boom. Yes, so he has to make sure the pillars also stands out. So I told him about that, and he said, yeah, that's what he would do, because he doesn't want a case whereby you make everything mix up. So he will do it accordingly. And also for their workmanship, initially when I started, I first called him to my side to have a conversation with. That's how I do my work. Most of the artisans, I'll let the person first come, we have a sit down conversation, and we'll talk about the workmanship and further explanation on the work. So he told me most of them, they charge per square meter, and that's about 25 cedi per square meter. But they realized that doing so is very expensive, because most of the people that lay the stones on their sites, the stone laying is not they do it in larger portions. So you do your fence, so obviously maybe you might do it on the building itself. So when they use the square meter price, it turned out to be very, very high according to what he told me. So what they do is now they charge with the Kia. So each Kia they charge 1,200 for a Kia for the workmanship. So let's say you buy 5 Kia of stones, that will tell you how much you pay for the workmanship. So initially he told me he would charge 1,200 for a Kia, and he said he will reduce it by 200 cedis. So that is 1,000 for the Kia. So if I'm supposed to buy 3, or if I'll use 3 or 4, 5 of Kia stones, that means I'll be paying like, if it's 5, I'll pay like 5,000 for workmanship. If it's 4, I'll pay like 4,000. That is how it goes. And I think it was okay. I don't know if what he's saying is the right thing. So you guys should let me know. Those of you that have already done your stone laying, or you're about to do, or you have workers that will do your stone laying for you. So you guys should let me know how much they charge you guys for the workmanship. Yes, because I want to compare something. Because after the fence wall, I will let him to do, obviously maybe he might do some window level on the building itself also. So I'm trying to be sure if I will continue to use him or not. Because if it is 1,000 for a Kia, somehow it's expensive for me. I was trying to calculate the square meter also when he told me the 25 cedis, and I think from the square meter it might be higher than the Kia quotation he gave me. But anything we do, you have to bargain. And as I said, you only reduced it by 200 cedis. So it's flat 1,000 for the Kia. Yes, so what they are working with now is 2 Kia. It's quite funny sometimes. You see, workmanship might be very higher than the material itself, and it's true. But at the end of the day, we went to buy the stones for 800 cedis per Kia, and you'll be paying 1,000 for the workmanship. But it's all good. So yeah, we started it, and it's going on gradually. And also, that is the design. You see, he has finished some part of it, and he's onto the next one. So when he's done with this one, we will go inside and continue inside also. So he will do the back side of the fence wall, and also he will do the inside to make it complement with the building itself. So maybe I might also do a full design of the front face of the building itself from floor to ceiling to make it also stand out. Normally when you use the stone to design the house, it makes it pops out some way. Yes. And it comes with a coping also. So for this fence wall, they'll come and do a coping for it later on, and they'll do the coping designs for all the windows also. So with that combination, it makes the building project very well, and it looks very beautiful. So I might do a floor to ceiling of the stones on the building itself. At a small portion of it, the place I converted to the guest room. You see, initially that place was a garage. So you see, for those of you that are old on the channel, you know how that place looks like. So he will do all that side. Some of the stones, I might not use this type of stones he used for the fence wall. I might change it. Yes, so when he does it that way, it will make it look very, very beautiful. That is why when he finish with the outside, he will go and do some of this same type inside. Yes, so I want you guys to let me know whether the workmanship he's charging it makes sense or is very good according to the whole markets. If some of you are already done, or some of you have some of the stone layers, you people should let me know how much they are charging you guys, so that I can compare and see, because he just started and I can change him anytime. You understand? When he's done with this fence, so if I see that he's charging me too much, I can just change him. Yes, because some of them they overprice things too much. Yes, because if he's supposed to charge me 25 cedis for square meter, I think the tilers also charge 25 cedis per square meter, but that one itself you can even bargain and get it 20 or 18 cedis depending on the type of tiler you are using. Some of them might charge cheap labor, but at the end of the day they'll mess up with your materials and your work. So most times you have to know the person doing your work for you. And this particular guy too, the neighborhood in which I find myself, a lot of the houses there, he's the one that did the stoneworks for them. I also asked him about the Takwa stones. I told him about the price I got from the people, and he said it's true. And I asked him the difference, and he said the Takwa stones, that one, it also comes in big portions like this, but that one you can divide. It's easy to divide them. So during the division of them, you can pick one portion and you divide and get 3. And it's also flat. So when you divide them and you use them, maybe for your building or your fence wall, it's very smooth. Yes, it's very flat, and even someone might think it's tiles. That is how the Takwa stones are. But for this ones, it's the real stones, and if you are dividing this one, it's difficult. Because when he was doing it, he was trying to divide some. It's not easy to get maybe 2 or 3 from one. It will end up breaking. So that is the difference, because of the smoothness and the flat of it. That is why the ones from Takwa is expensive. But also, it doesn't really matter that much. You can choose to mix both of them. So you buy this one in large portion and you buy small of the Takwa stones, because some people might use these ones for their compound floor and the fence wall, and will use the ones from Takwa for the building itself. Or better still, you can just mix and use it. Either way, it all depends on you. But for the price, it's true, because he said some time ago he used some to work, and as at that time he was paying 1,400 for the stones. So he said if only I'll use some of that one, I should rather use it for the building, and they should use this ones for the fence wall, because some people do use this ones for the building. It doesn't matter, but it's just for the beauty and the smoothness. Because at the end of the day, this one is also nice, but the Takwa on, if you use it, it's just like using a tiles. People might think it's tiles. So that is the difference. Yes. So thank you guys for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and stick and stay. I'll continue to update you guys on the progress of the stone laying. Bye bye.